Hey, I want to share a new feature that is helping sellers to lower their ACOS for ASIN targeting campaigns and sponsored products. I'm David Goldenberg. I led the marketing for a seller doing 8 figures, helped them add tens of millions of dollars in incremental sales over that. And what the new feature does is it helps you with improving your targeting in sponsored products. Now, with sponsored products, when you target ASINs, other products, whether that's your own products or whether that's competing products, while you might expect to only show up on product pages, in fact, you also show up in search. Google looks at the keywords in the targeted products and says, well, if this is a throw cushion for sofas, it's a blue cushion with whatever pattern, right? So then it'll also show you on those kinds of keywords. It'll show you on blue throw cushion for sofa. And until now, you didn't have any control over the search terms that you would show up for. You could pause an ASIN target, you could do a negative ASIN target, which is essentially the same as pausing it, but you didn't have the ability to change the targeting for your search terms. Amazon just automatically showed you in top of search and rest of search, and you had no way to change that until now. So what has happened is that while you still have negative ASIN targeting at the ad group level, because Amazon changed how the campaigns are structured, they now also have negative keyword targeting at the campaign level. And what that means is if you're getting search terms that are not converting for you, or they're converting very poorly and they're driving up your ACOS without a significant improvement in sales, then you can negate those search terms either using negative exact keywords or negative phrase match keywords to block those search terms from appearing again, from having your ad appear for them again and wasting additional spend. For example, so for those of you, who don't know the difference between negative exact and negative phrase, negative exact means you just want to block that exact search term, for example, blue sofa cushion. And if you use negative phrase, and you use negative blue sofa cushion, so that will also block you for blue sofa cushion with tassels or blue and black sofa cushion. It won't, if you add black at the end or black and blue sofa cushion, it'll block that as well. And I generally advise people to use negative phrase because it's more encompassing. It'll help you block more bad search terms that just saves you more money. So for example, if your cushions are red, you want to block blue, red, you want to block blue, yellow, green, whatever, all the other colors. If you don't have tassels, so you want to negative the word just tassels, and then any search term that has tassels in it will be blocked. And what this means is that by using negatives in your ASIN targeting campaigns, you can then have a better ACOS on the remaining search traffic after you've blocked out the bad stuff. And because you've taken out the bad search terms from your bundle of traffic that you're getting, you can then bid higher and get better placements for the remaining traffic. For example, you can show up on top of search if you were just getting rest of search before, or you can show up further left along the top row of top of search, right, where more and more people click because we read left to right in English and French and so on. So that is a way essentially that allows you to double down, not just to decrease your ACOS, but also the next step after that is you can double down on those campaigns. You can also add more ASIN targets, for example, and thus increase your sales by having a better control over the profitability and essentially enabling all that doubling down to happen. Now, if you want more tips like this, I encourage you to subscribe and check out our targeting playlist from the channel.